Hi Paula, hi Real Women of Philadelphia. My name is Debbie. I live in Denver, Colorado, and I'm so excited it's dessert week. I've been waiting the whole time to make my challah bread pudding for you. You're gonna love it. It's so good. I make it all the time for my family here in Denver, and I cannot wait to teach you this recipe. So I said that it was challah bread pudding. I want to teach you a little bit about what a challah is. Challah has become a very, very popular bread in every bakery and every supermarket lately. This is actually a Jewish bread, and the reason that it's braided is that it's a special bread that Jewish families have traditionally eaten on Friday nights, which is our Shabbat. So they would save their eggs all week. All of the families and throughout history would save their eggs and their really expensive ingredients all week. And they would put their eggs into their bread and they would braid it. So it was like a very, very fancy, special bread. So that's what a challah is, and you can see them everywhere you go, but I thought it would be good to have like a little, a little tutorial on the challah. So anyways, we're gonna make a delicious bread pudding with this challah. I also want to tell you a little bit about this box of Philadelphia cream cheese. I have been making so many things over the past month for you. Made latkes, and we've made kugel, and we've made falafel. It was time to bring out the big guns and buy the big box of cream cheese. So half of it's already gone. Can you believe that? Half of it is already gone. Let me get started so we can eat this bread pudding. What I've done in here is I've already beaten up 8 eggs. I have 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of half and half. I have a half cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of maple syrup, cinnamon, vanilla. It's a really great custard, and I also have sour cream. So I'm slicing up this challah. It's like French toast, but I made it a little bit more rich. You can actually make it for a breakfast food too. I would probably substitute out the half and half and just use milk if you're making it for breakfast, because it's really, this is very rich and so delicious. So I am cutting up the challah into little pieces, and I am putting it into the custard. It takes a couple of minutes. So I have made this recipe for a very, very long time. I've made it with all sorts of fruit, and today I am going to be covering this challah bread pudding with a raspberry and peach, it's like a compote, a raspberry and peach compote, and even a little vanilla ice cream, because it is dessert week, right? It's gonna be so good. You're gonna actually wanna take a flight to Denver, probably right now, so you can have a bite of this. Okay. So the beauty of this recipe is that it makes so many that I'm putting them into individual muffin cups. So what you'll see me doing is I'm placing some of the challah in the bottom of the muffin cup. Just a little bit on the bottom. You don't want to like smash it in, or it's when it cooks, it's going to get a little too dense. You want it to be pretty light and airy, because you're making eggs. You're working with eggs, so you want to give them room to expand in the oven. So here we go. I'm putting a little bit of this. So can I tell you that this morning we already made a batch of this, because I have all of my relatives in town this weekend. It's like the best weekend ever. We have a very special family celebration happening this weekend, and so all of my relatives from Milwaukee and Chicago, everybody's in town, and it's very convenient that I'm making this bread pudding right now because we all have something to eat. Anyways, so we made it this morning already, and this recipe makes 24 bread puddings. How awesome is that? 24! So you can this is like serving a whole party or something. All right, so we've put that in there. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. And then what you want to do is put a little bit of cream cheese the star. So when you break into this bread pudding with your fork, it's going to be all creamy. So you're going to put a little bit of cream cheese, probably about less than a teaspoon in each one, just a couple of little things. You know, my mom has been watching me make all these videos, and she says, Debbie, stop using your fingers. And I want to tell her that that's how you cook. You use your hands, and so I hope that it's okay. They're very clean, but sometimes it's easier to cook with your fingers. It goes a little bit faster. I'm kind of the creative one in my family. My brothers are lawyers, and I'm the cook. So nobody really understands all of this. Actually, I was having like the most lovely conversation with my uncle Jack last night, and we were talking about my grandma, and we were talking about cooking, and I was telling him about this contest and making all this food, and he saw how I was like lighting up. You put more of the challah on top. He saw how I was lighting up, and he was like, this is really what you love, huh? And I'm like, mm-hmm. He's like, all right, Deb, you found it. You found it. So, Paula, either you're going to choose me or I'm going to have to go somewhere else, but I'm going to be cooking for a living, hopefully teaching people how to cook for a living. Okay, so that's what you do. You can finish up covering these up. All right. So you're going to put this into an oven. You're going to cover all of them up. I just want to make sure that I have enough time to show you how to put it together, because I can talk a lot, probably more than the 10 minutes. So I want to just make sure that we have time to put it all together. So you're going to put this in the oven at 350 for 21 minutes. I think that's, but I live in Denver, Colorado. So I have no idea about your altitude, so you're just going to have to check it out. Alright, we're going to put those in. Looky here. I have them all ready. Let me just move this over. Shh, don't worry about all that. It's just a little noise in the background. Alright, look at how gorgeous these look. When they're all done, they like pop up like a popover. And this is how you serve them. I put some peaches and raspberries on the stove with a little butter. Gotta have butter, right, Paula? With a little butter and a little sugar, and that's all. And they cooked for 10 minutes. That's all it took. So this is how you want to put it together. All right, we've got some ice cream. We've got a pretty bowl. Gonna take you want to take a knife and free it from its containment. Put a little bit of ice cream right on top of the challah bread pudding. I want it now. And it's the morning time. I don't know if I'm allowed to eat it this early in the morning. Cover it with, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Paula, look at that. We've got cream cheese, we've got challah, we've got fruit. It is so, so good. So please, if I don't become one of your Real Women of Philadelphia, that's okay. But I really, it's actually not okay. I really want to be one of your Real Women of Philadelphia. But if I don't, will you please try this recipe? I would love for you to eat it, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thanks.